Here is Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Welcome back to another Boxing World Recap. Today we're counting down Canelo Alvarez's top 10 most savage moments. For those who don't know, Canelo's one of the most decorated boxers in history, with a record of 54 wins and 1 loss.
54 victories, including 36 big wins by knockout, only 1 defeat with 2 draws, and he's undefeated for 6 years.
He's won multiple world championships in different weight classes and continues to be a force within the boxing community. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10. His upcoming rematch against Gennady Golovkin. The rematch between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin was one of the most anticipated fights in boxing history, after their first fight ended in a controversial draw.
This is officially a draw.
Well, I think a draw is a highly acceptable result.
Both fighters were determined to prove who was the better fighter. The result of their second fight was another classic battle that saw Canelo edge out Golovkin by a narrow margin to take home the middleweight title.
Your winner by majority decision and new WBC, WBA, IBO ring magazine middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo.
Both men showed tremendous skill and heart throughout the match, but it was Canelo's relentless aggression that made him stand out as he earned his 7th world championship belt with an impressive performance against one of boxing's all-time greats. Let's look at some of Canelo's most savage moments from this epic rematch.
Canelo loads up with a left, started from his hip, it ended on the right cheekbone. Both men throwing with bad intentions. Canelo comes over the top with an overhand right, lands right to the left temple.
Number 9. Becoming a 2-division world champion by beating David Lemieux convincingly. Becoming a 2-division world champion at just 25 years of age, Canelo Alvarez solidified his place among the greats with an impressive victory over David Lemieux in December 2018. The fight was competitive throughout, with both men trading heavy shots and fighting for every inch of ring real estate. However, it was Alvarez who was ultimately able to take control of the fight as he showcased his superior strength and technique en route to a dominant unanimous decision win. He outlanded Lemieux in nearly every single round on his way to becoming a 2-division world champion. In addition to being one of the youngest boxers ever to achieve this distinction, he also became just the 4th Mexican fighter in history to pull off such an accomplishment. Number 8. Blowing away Sergey Kovalev with a single punch to retain his light heavyweight belt. One of Canelo Alvarez's most savage moments came when he blasted away Russian superstar Sergey Kovalev with a single punch to retain his light heavyweight belt. The fight was initially seen as an uphill battle for the Mexican champion.
Here comes Canelo, landed that hook.
Who had never fought in the light heavyweight division prior to this bout. Kovalev started things off strong by displaying his trademark jab and devastating power punching. He backed up Canelo against the ropes in several rounds and seemed to be on his way to victory. But instead, Canelo turned the tide late in the fight and began landing powerful right hands that wobbled Kovalev and triggered a determined attack in the final round.
Kovalev's not even committing to the... Here it is. Kovalev's hurt. Kovalev's down. Kovalev's out. It's over. That fast. There's 5th gear. Canelo is the light heavyweight champion of the world.
Number 7. Outpointing Daniel Jacobs in a close fight to remain unbeaten. From the opening bell, both fighters traded shots, but it was Canelo who managed to gain control of the fight by cutting off the ring and applying pressure on Jacobs. His accurate punching and timely footwork enabled him to land clean combinations on Jacobs throughout the bout. He also displayed impressive head movement that made it difficult for his opponent to land any significant shots of his own.
On the ring with his feet, his head movement has been brilliant in the last couple of fights.
This is fantastic defense in this round from Canelo, and he punctuates it with a jab.
Canelo further asserted his dominance in the later rounds as he connected on stiff jabs, hooks, and uppercuts that led to a successful defense of all 4 belts he held at middleweight. Meanwhile, Jacobs had a few shining moments during select rounds.
Particularly That's been mightily impressive. Here comes Jacobs, though, trying to rip it up and change things.
But couldn't keep up with Canelo's intensity as fatigue began to set in for him near the end of the fight. As a result, Alvarez was able to outpoint him in a close battle and remain unbeaten in what was one of his most savage performances yet.
Nothing landed. However, Canelo is moving and not punching.
Number 6. Dismantling Rocky Fielding in 3 rounds to retain his title. Canelo Alvarez demonstrated his savage power and exceptional technique in 3 rounds when dismantling Rocky Fielding to retain his title. Alvarez only needed 3 rounds to demonstrate why he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
To keep Canelo Alvarez at bay. Does he have that stick? Body shot. One body shot, and he takes a knee.
Alvarez unleashed a series of powerful jabs and overhand rights that forced Fielding back on the ropes. Fielding attempted to answer back, but was overwhelmed by Canelo's power and ferocity. It wasn't long before Fielding started to tire.
Canelo off of him.
No, he doesn't. Down he goes. Body shot, and he is being chopped down.
Giving Canelo more time to land accurate punches and cause damage. The end came in the 3rd round when Canelo landed an absolutely devastating right hook that stunned Fielding, followed by a sneaky left that sent him staggering into the corner. With his opponent defenseless, Canelo capitalized with a series of brutal uppercuts that sent Fielding crashing down onto the canvas.
The winner by TKO victory, now a 4-time world champion in 3 different divisions. He's the new WBA super middleweight champion of the world.
Number 5. Giving Gennady Golovkin a boxing lesson in their first matchup. In their first matchup, Canelo Alvarez gave Gennady Golovkin a boxing lesson. From rounds 1 to 9, Canelo's accurate hooks and jabs left a visible mark on Golovkin's face,
The best against the best.
while keeping him at bay. In the eyes of many pundits, it was clear that Canelo had won the fight he'd been known for throughout his career. With a powerful left hook, he sent Kirkland crashing to the canvas and earned an impressive knockout victory. It was undoubtedly one of his most memorable knockouts, and it showed just how dangerous he can be in the ring when given the chance.
If Kirkland can get up, he's going to fight. He's always going to want to fight. He's never going to give up.
But his legs are not there. This time, I don't think he's getting up.
Wow.
Is he counting or is it all over?
Oh, it's over.
all over.
It's over.
He knocked him out cold.
Number 3. Beating Miguel Cotto to become the middleweight champion of the world. At number 3, we have Canelo Alvarez's incredible feat of beating Miguel Cotto to become the middleweight champion of the world.
Hard right hand over the top. Right? No, not really. He's getting the better of him in every way right now. This is a very big round so far for Canelo. Now here comes Cotto.
This is one of his most impressive victories, as he displayed a level of skill and tenacity that had rarely been seen before in boxing. He utilized a combination of speed and power to overwhelm his opponent, eventually winning by unanimous decision after 12 rounds. His victory made him the first Mexican boxer since Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. to win a world title in this weight class, cementing his place among some of the greatest boxers ever from Mexico. Number 2. His domination of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Alvarez entered the ring to face off against none other than the son of legendary Mexican boxer and 3-time world champion Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
Chavez looking to finish Taylor off. Mills Lane steps in. It's over. It's over. Julio Cesar Chavez.
In what would become an unforgettable night at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada on May 6, 2017, Canelo Alvarez dominated his opponent from start to finish. Despite being noted for his boxing technique and skillful defense, it was clear that El Canelo had something to prove as he unleashed flurry after flurry of punches onto his opponent with intense aggression.
I think it's all Canelo Alvarez proving 2 points, and that he's definitely going to beat all type of messages so he's letting everybody know that he's in the best shape of his life.
Canelo's brutal power punches far surpassed those of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., completely shutting down any chance he had of victory. With savage jabs and swift combos, Alvarez dropped Chavez Jr. multiple times throughout the fight, leaving him no chance to fight back.
And you get out with your Chenko, Gennady go and give themselves the best. And that is
with no nonsense between fights.
And number 1, Canelo's ferocious knockout of Amir Khan. Canelo Alvarez's ferocious knockout of Amir Khan in 2016 is certainly his most savage moment. Not many fighters can pull off a vicious match-ending punch like Alvarez, who delivered a brutal uppercut, sending Khan crashing to the canvas with astonishing velocity. What made this moment so spectacular was the fact that Canelo trailed behind in the fight up until that point and was the underdog in the scene.
Well, so far, I think Khan's trainer, Virgil Hunter, is going to like...
Canelo Alvarez's knockout of Amir Khan in 2016 will go down in history as one of his most savage moments. A brilliant display of skill, power, speed, and accuracy, all perfectly combined into one stunning finish.
As well as taking away his energy, and everybody... Oh!
Canelo Alvarez is one of the greatest boxers in history. He's earned his place amongst boxing's elite by displaying a combination of skill, power, and savagery that few can match. We hope you enjoyed this look at Canelo's top 10 most savage moments. From dominating Golovkin to knocking out Khan, these moments prove just how powerful he truly is, both in and outside the ring. Please like and subscribe and comment down below which were your favorite moments. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.